What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Variant the Podcast. I'm Arris and Tim with Tim Conley.
Yes, greetings, Variant Nation.
Yes, we have some cool stuff, Tim. Some stuff I'm very hype about.
Every single day. And at least we're not talking about World War III. So there's that.
But no, so we got some massive news for the DCEU. Some dates have changed on their movie slate.
Yep.
And then we have the first Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer.
That's right.
So let's kick this off with DC, because that one's kind of that's a bummer, right? What happened?
That is a downer.
And we could end on an up.
And I'm going to say right out of the bat, speaking of how it is a downer, the way that they announced this drove me crazy. The very first thing we got about this was The Rock posting on his social media.
His Instagram.
Yeah, in the most politician type announcement.
I got some great news, everyone.
Great news, gang. Really exciting. You're all going to love it. You're not going to see Black Adam for an extra 4 months. I mean, it was like, wait, what? How is this good or exciting news for the fan base? You're pushing the entire film slate back in the case of Flash, like half a year.
Dude, it's like your employer saying, I have some awesome news for you. Since you've been so great, your paycheck is delayed 4 months.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, there's a pay cut in it for you. So you just wait.
Isn't that great news?
Dude.
It was a really weird way to spin it, right?
It was such a weird, just be straight out. We're not babies. We're already going to be annoyed because this movie's already been delayed for how long?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know with the pandemic.
Yeah, with everything. It's already been delayed multiple times. Yeah. Everybody's used to it. Just say, hey guys, I know you've all been waiting for the Black Adam. Mm-hmm. I know you guys really are wanting to see it. And it's a disappointment for me too, but there's a good reason for it. The movie, we've pushed the movie day. Spin it that way. Just be honest. Yeah, just be honest. Be straightforward. Don't try and make it seem like it's going to be a good thing and we're going to be excited about it.
It was because
it's not a Jedi mind trick, for God's sake.
It was weird because when I saw him post it on his Instagram, I read the caption before watching the video. So when the video opens up with him basically saying some really good news for you guys, I'm like, so is there something at the end of this speech that's going to bring that back up?
Yeah, exactly right. He's like, good news, on July 29th, you are not watching Black Adam. You're going to be watching Super Pets, which I'm also in. So that's exciting because you're going to be getting me either way.
But it was crazy because, obviously The Rock is in both movies. He voices Crypto and he is Black Adam. So Warner Brothers let him break that news.
Sure.
But then an hour or two later, they announced that The Flash and Aquaman are also getting delayed.
Well, that was a given. As soon as he said that, that's my first response to you, because you're the one who sent that to me. Mm-hmm. You saw it first. And that was my first response. It's like that means they're moving The Flash and everything else.
Yeah.
And it was, an hour later?
It's super unfortunate. But not so obviously the DC movies are the big ones, right? You got Super Pets being moved, Black Adam, Aquaman 2, and The Flash as well. But I will say, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, is getting moved up. Mm-hmm. So that was supposed to be 2023. It's now coming out in December of this year, 2022. Yeah. It took Aquaman 2's spot. So that's the only positive that we're going to get Shazam, Fury of the Gods sooner.
I mean,
but
okay.
Yeah, I mean, okay. With that said, the majority...
what I'm saying is that I'm excited to see Shazam sooner. But, it's one of those, you're taking one away, giving another one. So that one's okay, it's kind of a wash. I'll take one over the other. I actually would prefer Shazam myself.
Over Aquaman
sooner
so would I.
Than Aquaman
I'm a bigger
I'm more interested in Shazam.
But I have it, so I wrote it down. So originally, Super Pets was supposed to come out on May 20th of this year. That is now pushed to where Black Adam was supposed to be July 29th. Mm-hmm. Now Black Adam is coming out October 21st of this year. Then Shazam has moved up from 2023 release date to December 12th of this year. Then Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is March 17th of 2023. And The Flash is freaking June 23rd of 2023.
Yeah.
That's a 7-month push for The Flash.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. The Flash thing was the most disappointing of this entire shift. Now, today, or recently, they did finally say this is why it happened. They finally announced, because initially they didn't for the first day or so.
The first 24 hours, yeah.
Yeah, so we finally know now that it's for a reasonable reason. Just all the more reason. Just be honest and just say this is what it is. There is a massive, because of all the insanity in the world. There is, and we've
There's
already
insanity in the world.
God Almighty. So for the last 2 years. So the last 2 years, obviously, we all know we don't need to rehash it. But, and then now, so it's like pandemic, World War III. And then, so we're in the middle of all of this crazy, and it's put everybody behind. As you can see, I'm a little stressed today. Okay? Bear with me. It's been a long 2 years for all of us. All right.
Is it over? It's over? What happened?
Anyway, Mo Amer, stand-up comedy, stand-up on Netflix. That's what we're referring to. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. Very funny.
The stock market is skyrocketing.
How's it skyrocketing, bro?
We're all home.
All right, without any context, it sounds stupid.
Okay.
But the point is, there is, with all the madness, the VFX departments, because these films are all obviously insanely VFX heavy. Mm-hmm. So they have teams of people all over the world that run and do the individual VFX shots for these films. There's a massive backlog because now all the productions that got backlogged and put off and delayed and so forth because of the last 2 years, that all of that work now is trying to get rushed to get to theaters, because now obviously the studios are trying to recoup profits and get things out as fast as possible, and it's created this massive logjam. So they've had to reorganize their film slate to allow for the VFX shots to get done. Which again, that's totally understandable. We get it.
100%, yeah.
Just say that.
Which is weird because you think like that for me, and I know a lot of people, that my voice cracked, for me, and I know a lot of other people, like if The Rock or Warner Brothers just out the gate be like, look guys, we're trying as hard as we can, but things are backed up. We don't have enough VFX guys. They stated, Deadline even was quoted saying that they understand The Flash has 2,500 VFX shots alone. Yeah. So if you were to say that for me, like, oh, okay, you're trying, but like everything right now in the world, things are delayed, So we were like, we get it, but we got that like 24 hours later. So I don't know why you just wouldn't be.
And that's what I mean. Like, there's a good way, and I get them wanting to put a positive spin on it. Yeah. But there's a way to do that without making it, going full, look, The Rock, I love you. I love you. He's typically very good with this stuff.
No, yeah, I love The Rock.
He's usually very straightforward, which, that's kind of why it surprised me a little bit. It's like, why would you put that spin on it? Just say, like, hey, I know it's a disappointment, but there's a good reason. Here's what happened. But believe me when I tell you, we're going to have it ready, and you guys are not going to believe what this movie, that sort of a thing. Yeah. So the bottom line is the Flash shift was the biggest disappointment, because we're all waiting to see the return of Michael Keaton Batman.
I know, we haven't even
Which is hilarious because it's a Flash movie.
I know. And we haven't even we got like the back of his cowl in that fandom teaser. I mean, there's leaked images of like a stunt dude on set.
So upset that I even saw that.
Yeah, but because a lot initially this broke like yesterday evening, right? And within that, I don't know, 14-hour gap since they confirmed this morning why they're pushing it back, people were like, well, is it because of timelines? Right? Are they trying to fix everything? Are they doing reshoots? No, they're not. Which I was telling you, I'm like, if that's the reason, and they're trying to figure that out this late in the game, things are more of a mess in the DCU than I even thought. Yeah. So I'm glad that is not the reason.
I am too. And honestly, I said to you right after they released what the actual reason was, I was like, duh, I can't believe I didn't think of that first, because there's a lot of VFX teams actually that are working on Hollywood films pretty much around the clock that are in some of the places of the world that are war-torn right now. Yeah. And so, I don't know that that's part of the equation. They didn't say specifically, but, just being in the industry, I know that there are many VFX houses that are over in Europe and some even in Ukraine. There's been a huge production buildup in the Ukraine over the last few years, where they do a lot of shooting and stuff there. But I don't know if that's part of a role, but again, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, it's an understandable thing that we should probably be like, oh, this is probably what it is. Yeah. But I agree with you completely. I'm glad at least it's not, oh, sorry, we're not really sure about story. We're still figuring it out on the fly.
And it makes all the sense in the world that obviously the bulk of it is DC films, which makes sense. Superhero films are super VFX heavy. Yeah. But then things that are currently filming or just gotten post, like Wonka, the Meg 2, and then so those are being pushed back as well. But then stuff like the new Fantastic Beasts films and The Secrets of Dumbledore, that's still coming out in April, but it's so close. They're like done with that. So probably, it makes sense where they probably got a few shots that they're tweaking, but they're like, yeah, no, we're going to hit that. That's been That was supposed to come out like what, 2 years ago?
Dude, it's only a month out, so I hope so. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Oh, that looks really
looking
good.
forward. So I'm glad to hear that they did not.
That was supposed to come out 2021, right?
I don't remember.
I know it's got pushed several times.
I think it was possibly like Christmas or the holidays of 2021, but I'm not 100%.
That new trailer looks great though.
It looks
the newest
so
one.
good. Yeah, I'm really excited about that one.
Yeah, I've rewatched the first two Fantastic Beasts. And
I haven't done it yet.
I'm more hyped now because it's fresh in my mind. I'm like, oh, I forgot that this happened. I forgot that happened. Like I completely forgot that. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting Queenie. Yes, I completely forgot that Queenie joined freaking
what was that?
Joined. she joined Grindelwald at the end of the second film.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
His
I'm like,
group.
Yeah, and Jacob's all like, no, Queenie, no.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be good going into the next
My
one.
favorite character in the entire Fantastic Beasts. Jacob Kowalski. My favorite.
Awesome. He's
yeah.
great.
I got to meet him at San Diego Comic-Con, talk with him for a while. And dude,
that was when he was just doing. Was he doing Fantastic Beasts at the time?
Oh yeah, he was already. They had actually just shot it. It was getting ready to come out.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in fact, we were in Hall H, and they showed the first look trailer while we were in Hall H, and what's the Newt Scamander who plays Newt Scamander? Really, I'm forgetting his
great.
name.
Yes.
Eddie Redmayne.
Yes.
So he was handing out wands to the whole place, the whole deal. And so when we were there, I'm walking through and I ran into him and we got to talk for a little bit. And we talked actually about the shooting of Fantastic Beasts. It was his first really big
movie,
blockbuster film like that. And super great guy. We had a great conversation, but he is amazing in that role. He lost a ton of weight because for The Walking Dead, actually, because he's in The Walking Dead now.
I like that he's got a wand in the third film.
Oh, so
Dumbledore
good.
gave him a wand.
So good.
I can't wait to see how that plays out.
Yeah, that's so fun. I'm really looking forward to that. But, as far as the DC films moving, I will say the one good thing about them moving Shazam back to December is that means you're getting Black Adam and Shazam back to back, which means that opens the door for a possible tie-in at the end of Black Adam headed into Shazam.
Do you think they'll go back and reshoot something if they didn't have something planned already for the tie-in to
if they're already having VFX problems.
Well, that's what I'm wondering because
I don't know.
One, I feel like you have to tie Black Adam was always coming out first, so you have to tie Black Adam to Shazam.
It might have already been the plan,
right? But now we're just
it's just going to be back to back.
So I'm wondering if Shazam's going to show up at the end of Black Adam, or if Black Adam's going to show up at the end of Shazam.
One or the other.
You would make it happen. You would think you'd have to do one or the other, right?
I would hope.
Or Superman.
Don't tease.
Henry Cavill, his triumphant return.
That would be amazing, but I am not holding my breath on that one.
Wishful thinking, though.
It is.
Wishful thinking.
It is wishful thinking.
It's crazy. Are they just like, because Lois and, what is it? Superman and Lois has been really good, the TV series. But are they just like sad? They're like, this is doing really well for us. People seem to be liking it. It is really good. We both really enjoy that series. I think it's really well done. Great Superman. But it's like, come on. We want Henry Cavill Superman though too. Like,
dude,
we want the Cavill. All right,
I'm telling you, I just feel so bad. I know we've said it 1,000 times.
He's so willing. He wants to do it. But he's
also the best Superman we've ever gotten. And if you had to sit here and think right now, who would play Superman? Who would take over for Cavill? You'd have a hard time because all you're going to think of is Henry Cavill because he's that much like Superman.
Yeah.
He's like the perfect Superman. It's like such a waste.
Just give him a good script.
Just put it to work. Put it to work. Now, the Flash, I will say, the Flash move is an interesting one because the new release date
is so far out.
It's not just far out, but it's also the exact release date of the original Batman movie back in 1989.
Is it really?
Yes, they did. So that's
so that's why they.
I'm wondering if it's like an anniversary thing. They're like, oh well, we got to move it anyway, and it fits, and blah blah blah.
So the '89 Batman movie came out in
June 23rd, 1989.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. My birthday's the 28th of June. That's an
early.
Right. That's an early
birthday movie.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna have to freaking buy myself a Keaton cowl and wear it to the theater.
So I guess happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Although I would rather see it in November when it was originally supposed to come out, because that was gonna be you were gonna get Flash in November, and then you were gonna get Aquaman 2.
Yeah.
In December.
And for our purposes here at Variant, obviously we already had half of our slate listed for a lot of these big releases. I'm having to go back through and redo the entire schedule, to accommodate, at least the rest of the year. Now Shazam is everything Aquaman related that we were going to do is now going to move to March, and Shazam is going to have to come back earlier.
Everything has to shift.
So it even affects us.
But it's crazy because we usually do Villains Month here in
October. I was actually going to bring that up. I don't know. Guys, I don't think we're going to be able to do Villains Month this year. Because we have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse coming out at the beginning of October. And then we've got Black Adam coming toward the end of October. And I forgot
about Spider-Man coming out in October.
Yeah, and all the slate that we have planned for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2. What is it? No, what's the actual subtitle of that movie? Spider-Man Out of the Spider-Verse. Your Mama's a Spider-Verse.
Your Mama's a Spider-Verse.
Whatever it is. Into the Spider-Verse 2. When that comes out, we've got a whole slate across the
Spider-Verse.
And that's not going to be all villains. And then all of the entire Black Adam slate is mostly heroes.
I forgot about Across the Spider-Verse because I was just thinking about it right now where Black Adam, I'm like, well, maybe. But no, because there's going to be so many characters in Across the Spider-Verse.
It's going to be tough. So it's going to be like a partial villains month. This October.
Like a week.
Yeah. So it's going to be like a peppered villains month into October while everything else is going to be centric around the big releases.
New York Comic Con is also in October.
Yeah.
Man, that's going to be a busy month.
It is going to be a busy month.
Because Astonishing Times, the trade will be out, Tim.
Yeah, man.
That trade will be out. And hopefully, if all things stay to plan, I will be there having a table with my trade.
Here's hoping. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. But I guess we should move into Obi-Wan.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's at least let's get away from the slightly disappointing, but kind of okay. And then let's dive into something amazing, which is the first look teaser of the Obi-Wan. It has finally arrived. We've all been waiting to see what are they going to do with this new Obi-Wan series, and we got our first taste.
I was so excited about this trailer that I went straight to my social, Tim. I went to TikTok. I went to Instagram. Actually, self-promotion here, Tim. I am now active on TikTok. So if you guys want to follow me on TikTok, Arris_Quinones. But anyway, I took right to social media because I'm like, I need to tell people. I just want to talk about it. Yep. This trailer, Tim. This
pretty crazy.
Trailer. Like, okay, so.
Well, the first big thing is that we now know, we have confirmation of who the villain is. Who the villains are in this, which is the Inquisitors.
Yes.
That was the first big thing right out of the gate for me.
The first thing for me before we even see the Inquisitors, though, which is what I was about to say, is the music.
Oh,
okay.
Duel of the Fates.
So
come on.
Dude, it starts off with Ewan McGregor looking at a 10-year-old Luke, watching over him like he promised Yoda he would, and then the title, the freaking title kicks in, and you freaking hear Duel of the Fates.
Yeah.
I got goosebumps.
Both of us had visceral reactions to it.
I think I told you earlier, I think I literally said to my computer monitor, shut up. Like
I did too.
When they pull out, I'm like, Duel of the Fates.
Stop.
Dude.
That is the smartest thing that they're doing with some of this stuff.
Man.
Is that nostalgia bringing that music in and dude.
Well, I saw someone comment.
That's like what we were talking about with Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
That's so smart.
I saw someone comment on the trailer on Disney Plus's page or whatever for the Obi-Wan trailer. There's like, and once Duel of the Fates played, every millennial just screamed. It was just like, dude, because that's me. That's the Star Wars that came out while I was like 8, 9 years old. But it doesn't stop there, Tim. No. It was John Williams all over it. Because then you hear Anakin's Dark Deed, which we hear at the end of Revenge of the Sith when he's like turning and stuff like that before he fights Obi-Wan Mustafar. And then you even get the Force theme, obviously.
I know. The whole thing.
It's John Williams, thing was Star the prequel. Wars. It's amazing.
So good.
It's amazing. And then and then at the end, they infuse that music with one breath of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
At the very end of the trailer.
Right at the end.
Just be like.
With the sound of a lightsaber, too.
We're not going to show you him yet. Man. But he's coming, and we hear him. He's coming.
What was interesting is they released first look images.
They did.
With, what was it, Entertainment Weekly.
Yes.
First. And it came out literally a couple of hours. And then everybody, because of the images, everybody was saying, when are we going to get a trailer? When are we going to get a trailer? And they dropped it within a couple hours after.
Yeah.
And then right after that, we get the trailer. They let that sit for a minute, and Entertainment Weekly drops another image.
The funny thing is, I actually tweeted, because I tweeted, these pictures are cool, and I added Disney and the Obi-Wan official page. I was like, when are we going to, I forget what I said. I said something something along the lines of, when are we going to get the trailer? Literally 20 minutes
20 minutes later.
the people are tweeting at me. They're like, well, you got your wish. Can you tweet for a new Moonlight trailer?
Yeah, that was pretty epic.
Dude.
And then we got the first look at Darth Vader.
Oh,
image.
that was the day after.
The day after. Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That came out, and then the next day they released the first look image of Darth Vader because you don't see him in the teaser.
But again, they're like, we know he's coming. Yeah. He's here. Ugh. So the image from Entertainment Weekly as well. He's in his meditation chamber, just standing there, ominous with like the smoke in the background. I cannot wait. And I went on the IMDb page, and Hayden Christensen is listed in being in all 6 episodes.
God,
all because I thought that they were going to probably hold Vader off for like towards the end, like maybe the last 2 or 3 episodes. On IMDb, they say he's in all 6 episodes.
I'm feeling really good right now. Maybe I'm wrong.
The crazy thing is that it's so cool because, all right, so obviously we know the Inquisitors from like Fallen Order and then in the comic books. But the cool thing about that is in the comic books, like Darth Vader trains the Inquisitors.
Yeah.
And
obviously.
But he doesn't like the Inquisitors.
No.
Like he cuts their arms off. Like he's mean to them. He's like, sure, this is how you're a good Sith, I suppose. But I don't like you because I want to do me. I want to find Obi-Wan and I want to bring Padme back to life. So I'm very curious to see like that in live action. Like him be mean to the Inquisitors. Like just be like, do my bidding and shut up. Like go find a Jedi and get out of my face.
He's the boss.
That's what I'm saying. But like he doesn't like them.
You imagine him running the office? Dude. But I was going to say is I'm feeling really good about with this and the hype around it. If this is good, we may get because this is a mini series, we may get a Vader series with Hayden Christensen.
Oh my God.
Where he's hunting for Luke and
don't even stop. Don't.
The things that's
the comic books in live action.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's literally what they've been exploring.
I'm
with him
feeling
for
good
years
about
in
it. I feel it in the Force, is what I'm saying.
Man.
I'm feeling it in the Force.
Christensen would do it.
I know he would. Without going. I mean,
he's Darth Vader.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you say no?
Dude. Oh my God.
Man.
And if this is as big as a Star Wars fan, if this is really, they do a good job with this, and this is because if they hit this right and they do this well, this is going to be as big or bigger than The Mandalorian.
If they hit it well, yes, for sure.
In fact, I would just flat out say this will be bigger than The Mandalorian.
If they nail it, it will. It's Obi-Wan and Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So that alone.
The end. The end, full stop. So if they do that, I'm feeling really good about us possibly getting this extending into a Vader series.
It's going to go so quick, too, because think about it. Book of Boba Fett was 8 episodes. That felt like it went super quick. This is 6. It's a month and a half.
I hope they don't give us 2 at once. I mean, I do, but I don't. Because I want it to last. I want it to be prolonged.
They haven't with any of the other Star Wars series, have they?
Well, they did with Hawkeye.
Oh, on the Marvel side of things. But they haven't with Star Wars yet.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying. Whatever.
But, dude, can we talk about Joel Edgerton back as Owen Lars?
Yes. He looks awesome. And I'm kind of in the camp of if he's in it, I will give it a chance no matter what it is.
He's great.
He's awesome. So to see him play a prominent role, that's great.
I often forget that he was, Owen Lars in the prequels. Like that's kind of like one of his first big blockbuster movies, even though he had a very small part in them.
Right.
But he's the freaking adoptive dad to Luke.
So good. And they show in the teaser, let's not forget, they show us little Luke already.
They do. In the very beginning, you see him which was very reminiscent of his dad.
That's right.
Anakin doing the fighter pilot thing.
Yes, that's what exactly. He looks just like young Annie in The Phantom Menace.
Do you think, I forget.
Or a lot like, I won't say just like.
Do you think we're going to see Obi-Wan come into confrontation with Vader more than once, and then obviously the climax battle will be at the end?
I don't know. I kind of don't want them to. I mean, I do, but I don't. I'm so torn.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to build up, build that anticipation throughout the story where there's a lot of close calls almost.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
And then, but the big full-on, like, the cloaks come off, the lightsabers. Because the lightsaber duel is right at the very climax of the series.
The way this trailer painted Obi-Wan, where it's like he's obviously a hermit, right? He's hiding. Even when you see him in action, he's using a blaster. He's not even pulling out his lightsaber. Because if he pulls out his lightsaber, it's like it's a waving a flag. Hello, Jedi, come get me.
Yeah.
So I am curious to see even how much of lightsaber duels we will see. You know what I mean? Because he's in hiding. the narration from the Inquisitors, we know the whole job of the Inquisitors is to hunt and kill Jedi, which the Grand Master's narration throughout this trailer was insane.
So good.
He's like, the key to killing Jedi is to wait, to be patient.
So good, man.
It was so cool. The new character, Reva.
Yeah, third sister, Reva, yeah.
I have a theory about her.
You mentioned it. I want to hear it.
Okay, so we know rumors or leaks have it that they're going to introduce a new Jedi in the show. Now, this could be a number of people in the show, but for some reason, I don't know why, I feel like she will end up being that Jedi. Like, it's going to be a twist. You don't think it'll be a twist?
I hope not.
Where
she's too cool in that setting. She looks awesome.
She's an Inquisitor. Because another thing that I'm thinking is, if you know anything about Inquisitors, they're always known as like the fifth brother. The fifth brother's in here too. The guy with like that flat-looking hat thing. He's like walking in front of the stormtroopers. They're known as like second sister, first sister, fifth brother, stuff like that. You don't tell them give them names. But for some reason, her name's Reva. We know her name when she's supposed to just be the third sister. Why is that? For why?
Yeah, I mean, I get you. I just hope not, because the sisters in the Star Wars mythology, especially more modern canon, and the Inquisitors, they're way cooler.
No, they're awesome.
And what I'm saying is, then them just adding another Jedi. I would rather them introduce like Cal Kestis or like bring in Ezra. Well, you can't bring in Ezra. You could.
I think this takes place 5 years after Fallen Order. So yeah, you could be doing older Cal Kestis.
Yeah. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like bring in like an older Cal Kestis or something like that. Introduce Jedis that everybody's already aware exists inside, but we've never seen live action. Do something like that, then introduce just an entirely brand new Jedi. I would rather see her stay an Inquisitor and then have her just, live even past this series where she just becomes a lingering force.
I don't know. Yeah, that could very well be it. But for some reason, I'm like, I feel like there's a twist. There's something to her for some reason. Like, because we know too that when Inquisitors would catch Jedi and stuff like that, they would try to get the information out of them or twist them to become Inquisitors themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what if she was like caught, or says she was a former Jedi caught, or she's like, hey, I'm going to work with you to find Obi-Wan. Only be like, I'm here to help you. I've infiltrated the Inquisitors. Like, maybe it's not likely, but I don't know why that was my gut reaction for whatever reason. May not happen, probably not going to happen, but if it does, I said it first.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely possible.
She looks cool nonetheless, though.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I will say it's a decent theory. It's definitely possible. Because one of the things also that you notice is that she doesn't have a mask. She's not wearing a helmet. She also doesn't have the Inquisitors. They kind of have these narrow faces.
There's something different about her.
Yeah, there's different, and she looks more like something you would see as like a Jedi turned to the dark side.
She doesn't have an evil face about her. She looks more like you look like heroic,
but she looks tough.
She looks really cool.
Yeah,
I love seeing. Did you like seeing the freaking Inquisitors spinning lightsabers for the first time live action?
Yeah, that
was dope.
It was so good.
What do you think of the Grand Inquisitor? Because overall, I think he looks good, but I do have some gripes as compared to what we've seen, in animation form, where I feel like his head is a little too Pennywise-esque, Megamind-esque. It's too thick around where it needs to be more narrow and tall.
I do agree with that.
You know what I mean?
I definitely do agree with that. He kind of looks a little bit Brainiac-ish.
That's what I'm saying.
A little bit. So yeah, I get it. I mean, it wasn't enough to bother me.
No, I don't hate it. I just wish it was more accurate to what we've known.
I guess one thing that I did notice is it felt more Star Trek than Star Wars, if that makes sense.
No, I get what you're
those
saying.
of you that are fans of both. Because it was
Trek Life or Die.
Yeah. So, it's a little bit Brainiac, but also a little bit Star Trek. So yes, I agree with you. I think it would have been better if they had more that narrow, because the Inquisitors, that's what I'm saying. Like all the Inquisitors, when you look at them, their faces and their heads are kind of narrow.
Yeah.
They have that pale skin.
And it looks more villainous like that too.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So this is a little bit more bulbous. We'll go with bulbous. Megamind-ish.
Pennywise.
So, it's not what I would have done, but it's also pretty cool. So I'm fine with it.
And Rupert Friend is the guy playing him.
Right.
I'm not too familiar with him. I'm on his IMDb right now. So let's see what he's been the Death of Stalin. He was in that film. and he was in Pride and Prejudice in 2005. So there's not too much recent stuff that at least I've known him from. So that's good though.
Yeah.
I like when they pick up characters that or people rather to play characters that you don't really, they're not like a Tom Cruise or something like that, you know? Right.
And let's not forget either, we see in this trailer, we get our first look at the Inquisitorium.
Yes, on the planet Nur, which is dope, the water planet. Which is in Fallen Order too.
I know.
Yeah.
And it looks dope.
You know, I think we're going to see Darth Vader have some meetings with them there.
Oh man. I'm so excited, people. I'm so excited.
I want so bad for them to obviously come back and Vader's like, "Have you found Kenobi?" And they're like, "Sorry, no, Lord Vader." And he just goes with his hand and throws one on the wall, rips off an arm or something.
Dude, and Hayden Christensen says, he's quoted as saying with the release of the picture in Entertainment Weekly that this will be an extremely powerful Vader.
He did indeed say this. He said this is a very powerful Vader.
How long have I been saying on this show, for you longtime listeners, how long have I been saying, all I want from Star Wars is for someone to make Darth Vader in his prime? There's two characters I've said that about. Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker at peak power.
Yeah. We already got Luke Skywalker.
We've already gotten our first taste of Luke.
Glimmer of it.
I want them to explore that in total and show Luke at peak Jedi, at peak Master Jedi in his prime, out, protecting the galaxy. Yeah. I still want to see that because I think that you could even do, run-ins with, people, additional Sith, or it would be the Fallen Order, like the emergence of the Fallen Order and him hunting down things that are happening and, things where he's sensing that something it's happening again, sort of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's really cool ideas that you could explore there. But with Vader, I mean, in the time frame that you'd be dealing with, there's so many things that you could play with. There's so many characters that they already exist. They're already out there in the
Darth Maul.
Dude, I'm saying.
So there's a few characters I think we're gonna see in this series. I think we're gonna see Yoda.
Yes,
for one,
I do.
I feel like you have to see Yoda.
Yeah, as a Force ghost. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're also going to see not as a Force ghost.
Oh no, you wouldn't be a Force ghost. He's still alive. What am I talking about?
Yeah. This is right after he sent him to.
This is where the timelines start getting blurred together. Yeah.
So I think we're gonna see Yoda in some form. I think we're gonna see Qui-Gon as a Force ghost.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're gonna see Obi-Wan interacting with him because that was his master.
Yep.
Darth Maul, I think, is a good possibility because how dope would it be to set that up for like something in the future, or Darth Maul series, or even a second season or something? Because we know, besides Anakin and Obi-Wan, his next rival would obviously be Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Because he killed Darth Maul. Darth Maul's like, he hates Obi-Wan the most too because he cut him in half. And he's like, no, I need my revenge. You killed me. And they freaking, Chancellor Palpatine got freaking Dooku. He replaced me.
I ain't having it.
Yeah, so I would love to see that because we know ultimately Obi-Wan kills Darth Maul. Yeah. So those are the three. I think we're gonna see Yoda. I think we're gonna see Qui-Gon.
I'm trying to think of how would they bring Yoda into this, because he's in Dagobah, right? He's in hiding himself on Dagobah.
He's in hiding, yeah. Well, maybe.
So I'm just trying to think of like how they would work that in.
Maybe they could be communicating over comms
maybe
or
through
like
the
that.
Force, just through the Force.
Or that, or you literally just see Yoda, like his perspective at that time for whatever reason. You're just taken to Dagobah or wherever he's at.
If they do that, I think that would be a hint that there's more to come after Obi-Wan.
For sure, because you see in the trailer, real briefly, you see the two ships that blast off.
Yep.
You assume that one is Leia and one is Luke's Obi-Wan with like that, or maybe it's like there's Jedi in there. Some people are speculating, what if Grogu is in one of those ships with Yoda? Because you could tie this back to who got Grogu out of there. Maybe they tie that into The Mandalorian and was like, okay, they finally reveal in this series how Grogu got out of there.
That would be interesting.
Mm-hmm. So is it
definitely possible?
Is it Mace? Is it Yoda? Do they reveal that Mace not only is alive, he helped Grogu get off planet?
Yeah,
that could very well be it, because we know Deborah Chow. She worked on The Mandalorian. Yeah. This is all in the same universe. They could tie it together. The wheels are turning now.
Yeah.
You're like, possibilities.
Like anything's possible.
No,
I don't know.
That'd be really cool.
I don't know. Man, there's so many possibilities with this show. It's just now I'm just thinking about all the different things they could do.
I'm wondering because that's the thing. This is the big thing for me. You have Obi-Wan confirmed. Obviously, it's his show. He's the title character. You now have the Inquisitors confirmed. You obviously have Darth Vader confirmed. To give us some sort of like moments.
As if they haven't already.
Right, yeah. But like something that we don't know, a shock, a surprise. Who do you bring in that's going to freaking floor everyone? Initially, I'm like, Mace Windu.
Darth Maul.
Or Darth Maul, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Yoda would be cool, but I don't know.
Mace Windu. Oh man,
it's possible.
It's possible
because we're gonna find out where all the this is obviously Obi-Wan, but all the Jedi are hiding all over the galaxy at this point in time.
Yeah,
so they could easily like hint, or even at the sixth episode, we're taken somewhere and you see where Mace Windu's been hiding, and that teases an upcoming Mace Windu series.
It's possible they could absolutely do that.
I don't want to get myself up like so hyped though, because we're like, what
did
they do this and what did they do that, and then they don't do anything. That's just like, what do you mean we had Obi-Wan fight Vader? That's not enough.
Yeah, exactly. This is how it happened. Honestly, I'm not even thinking in that way with this series. I'm not in all thinking of like what else are they going to do to shock us or whatever. I'm so amped to see the conflict
between Obi-Wan
and Darth Vader and how they play that out and what that looks like, and also just seeing Vader at his prime. This is
my brother,
Max Darth Vader. Max Darth Vader. Now we know for sure with the Inquisitors inserted into the mix and him overseeing the Inquisitors. They're hunting Jedi. I mean, I don't need any more surprises. Just give me that. Just give me that and do it well, and I'm a happy boy.
It's true. This is very, very true.
I don't need any more surprise. Anything else you put on top of that Sunday is just bonus.
It's very, very true. So I just want them to nail it and do it right, because it's the Inquisitors is a nice sprinkle. Yeah, that alone is really, really cool that we're getting the Grand Inquisitors.
It's amazing. This is the first time we've really seen the Inquisitors fully in live action.
And tell me like that. I forget the name of the world. They said it in some release, but the new world, that underground like neon world, that is very much.
Oh, it's
Daya or something. No, with a D, right? It's a new. I believe it's a new world we haven't been that hasn't been explored.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of it. I don't remember the name off the top of my head.
But it's very much seems like it's inspired from George Lucas's Star Wars show that he was going to produce before he sold.
I think
Disney.
they even said that.
Yeah, so I love that they're doing that. So far, everything I've seen from the music. Getting all the original people, even little nods from like you're pulling in Fallen Order stuff. You're pulling in things that George Lucas originally wanted to do with his show. Little elements. I'm like, oh man. So again, if you nail this will be the best Star Wars thing done in the last decade, which says a lot because Mandalorian is a freaking gold mine. So if you're able to outdo Mandalorian, that's crazy.
Yeah. Honestly, whatever. Obviously I want this to be really good. I want this to be everything that Star Wars fans want, which is really just be true to Star Wars and just give us a really great fight. It's like watching a boxing match, right? Against two amazing fighters. You're just
like Jake Paul. Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what I meant. But when you're going
like
into
Logan Paul.
Yeah, just like that. That. But it's like you go into the fight, you're just like, unless you really feel strong about one or the other, a lot of it is just like, I just want to see a good fight.
Yeah.
I just want it to go the distance. I want them to go at each other. I want it to be like,
I haven't even thought of that. Like, how do you think the fight's going to end? It's obviously
we know they both live.
That's what I'm saying. So like, who gets the upper hand though? Is it Obi-Wan who gets the upper hand? Is it Vader who gets the upper hand?
That's what's great about this.
Because we have their initial fight in Revenge of the Sith, obviously. This will be their second big fight as of now, unless they introduce more story later. And then the third fight, clearly A New Hope, when Obi-Wan looks at Luke and lets himself die and Vader swings and he disappears, right? So that's their three fights that we have thus far, the three big fights. So where does this one, like, who gets the upper hand? Is it just a draw? What happens?
Also, here's another interesting thought about this fight, by the way, does the fight happen on Tatooine? Because remember, Obi-Wan's one mission, the sole reason he's on Tatooine at this point,
Mm-hmm.
and he's hiding there, is to watch over and protect Luke and protect him specifically from his father, to
Mhm.
hide him.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want that happening on Tatooine? Right? Or
Well,
do you want to take him off world and meet them somewhere, draw them away from Luke and then go back?
Well, the concept art has them fighting on what seems to be Mustafar because there's lava. It's like a fire planet.
We haven't seen, you're talking about in Revenge of the Sith?
No, the concept art they released for their battle.
Did they release concept art for that?
Yeah.
Am I forgetting this?
Yeah, you are. They even have it on Disney Plus. It's like a
Yeah,
minute
but we don't know
trailer.
that could just easily be.
I mean, it's
just concept art that's a teaser. We don't know that for sure that's.
I'm just saying, in the concept art they released, Obi-Wan and
well,
Vader
I mean,
are
that would
fighting.
go to if in fact that's
on
happened, that
Mustafar,
would
it
go
seems.
to what I'm saying, which is if they do go that direction, that means that Obi-Wan goes to him because that's where he has his castle.
I think that, and I also feel like it will mirror their fight in Revenge of the Sith, so it would make more sense.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Because it's like, now you're fighting me in my armor.
So I wonder if they flip it. I wonder if this time around Vader wins and Obi-Wan just gets away with his life.
Yeah. That could be really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't know what I want. I don't know who it's like, because we know they both live, so they're not going to
Well,
die.
I feel like that would be an interesting turnabout.
But Vader,
because he beats Anakin the first time. Obi-Wan does.
but the last time, Vader beats Obi-Wan in A New Hope.
I know, but not really.
He let him.
Not
yeah,
really.
yeah.
That's not the same
He
thing.
gave up on life.
Yeah, he just it was a purpose in it and he gave it up.
Yeah.
But the first time they actually fought, because the second time they didn't really fight. It was a very brief duel and Obi-Wan
That was
intentionally-
one of the craziest lightsaber battles I've ever seen.
Oh
Tim.
yeah, it was
Okay.
amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
That's
dated.
my lightsaber sound effect, by the way.
It's so dated, but it's iconic.
But that would be an interesting flip where
would
Vader beats him and is like about to wipe him out.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan manages to escape.
I just love how this is very much a sequel to Revenge of the Sith. Like
So good.
it happens 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. Even the Duel of the Fates kicks off the freaking trailer. He's fighting Anakin again, who's now fully in his Darth Vader life suit / armor. Dude,
You can't ask for anything more.
and then the Inquisitors are thrown in on top of
forget
it,
it.
hunting down. Like, that's another thing too. So the Inquisitor is going to capture Obi-Wan, bring him to like the Inquisitorium or Vader's like chambers, and then Obi-Wan gets free and they fight there. Or Vader's gonna be like, no, release him. We're fighting. Like we're doing this mano a mano.
Crazy. Crazy.
There's so many things. So many things.
So crazy, dude.
6 episodes, though.
I am so stoked
I'll tell
to
you
see
one
where
thing.
this goes.
If they freaking do us where like the first episode's only 30 minutes, I'm gonna be like
No
so
way.
mad. So mad.
Oh, don't say
It's
that.
possible. Wasn't the first episode of Book of Boba Fett like 32 minutes, 34 minutes?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Because that's the thing that's a
I
little
hope not.
annoying where it's like
I hope they're not 30-minute episodes.
they'll fluctuate.
It's only 6 episodes, so I'm hoping they're giving us hour-long episodes.
Yeah, but Book of Boba Fett, I mean, it was 8 episodes, but they would still fluctuate anywhere from like 34 minutes to like 44 minutes. And it would like go up and down.
Well, like for instance, I think it was Falcon and Winter Soldier. That was only like 6 episodes, and those were almost hour-long episodes.
Hopefully it's like that then.
Yeah, that's what my hope is.
I mean, the longer the better, because again, only 6. And that's another thing too, is this like, no matter what, this is only a limited series, 6 episodes.
Yes.
So there's like no possibility of season 2.
No.
I mean,
that's fine
but it can
because
spin off and do something else.
I'm hoping it spins out into a Vader series. So yeah, I'm good.
Or is an Inquisitor series would be
I'm
pretty
just gonna
good,
watch.
too.
I'm gonna watch this series about 3 times
Dude.
once it's finished. So
You're
I mean,
probably-
as long as it's good.
You're probably gonna do what I do with The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. Literally, an episode will end, and I'll just start
go
it back
over
over.
and start
Yeah, I
over
watch it 2
again.
times, like back to back.
Yeah, reboot. Yeah, this trailer, this teaser, this first look of this series, man. Honestly, outside of giving us the first look at Darth Vader and their clash, and just a little tease for that. I mean, it hit all the buttons for me.
Yeah,
And it
I have
made me
nothing bad to
that
say.
much more excited to see it. Even from the Inquisitors. I mean, I was going to say even the Grand Inquisitor, who the look of him, whatever.
Well, people were complaining about Cad Bane too, the way he looked in Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. But to me, that's just we can nitpick at little things like that. But ultimately, he sounds cool, looks cool. You've got the spinning lightsaber. You see it on his back in another quick clip scene.
Even the inside of the Inquisitorium looks
it just
looks awesome.
It looks amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So I am stoked out of my mind. I cannot wait for this thing to drop.
You know what's cool about this too? One of my I guess little nitpicks with Book of Boba Fett was the fact that it didn't feel big. You know what I mean? Like they were always just on Tatooine.
Like you wanted them to leave and go elsewhere.
Right. It was very like ground level. There's nothing because it's Star Wars in a galaxy far, far away. So you think of space and all, and the starships and all that stuff. So it felt a little too like at home for me. It didn't get big until The Mandalorian showed up, where that whole episode was literally like in space and stuff like that. So, but everything with Boba Fett was very like much he didn't leave freaking Tatooine. So, but this show looks like it's going throughout the galaxy. We're going like we're going like looks like we're gonna be on Tatooine as well. Obviously, we're going in space. You got lightsabers. It's just got that like more of that Star Wars feel with the Sith, the Jedi. Like it's got all the stuff that we love sprinkled in.
Yeah. I'm trying to withhold because I am more excited about this than I think anything that has hit Disney Plus since they released the streaming service. This is probably the most excited I've been about anything Star Wars since the prequels, since the Revenge of the Sith. And I'm don't get me wrong, I've been excited about a lot of the things they've done for Star Wars, especially the Filoni Favreau verse.
But that one was like we didn't know what to expect initially.
Yes,
we loved it. Obviously, after the fact, it was all new. This was a brand new character,
right?
So,
but this knowing what this is, man, I'm as an OG Star Wars fan, like where my fandom was birthed in the original trilogy, and those characters, I grew up with them. I watched one of my first big blockbuster films I saw in a theater was Return of the Jedi. I was just the tiniest little person and climbing over the back seat of our station wagon, at McDonald's right afterwards, asking if I could have the collector's cup, glass. I mean, those are memories that are just ingrained.
It's a core memory.
Yeah, dude, it is. It's a core memory. Exactly right. So to see them bring this all the way back around and to get to see these characters come back to life in this way, I'm stoked.
And isn't it interesting when you bring back all these core aspects of Star Wars and all the core characters, that's when the fandom gets most excited?
Wow, that's weird.
Interesting.
Who would have thought?
Because I can't. I agree with everything you said because I wasn't alive for the first three, but I saw them when they re-released them in theaters in the 90s. And obviously the prequel series, I saw all of those. I remember them on E.T. Entertainment Tonight, all those shows. They would always like George Lucas is bringing back Star Wars, and they're doing all the promos. So you see Darth Vader.
Do you remember Coming Attractions? The show Coming Attractions on E?
Yes,
I loved that show when I was a kid.
Always remember watching on TV where they premiered the trailer on a show like Entertainment Tonight or something like that for A Phantom Menace, and seeing that scene where Darth Maul is on Naboo facing off against Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, and you just see him put this lightsaber out, and both ends light up, and I was like, 2 ends of double-bladed lightsaber? You can do that? Like, as a 9-10-year-old, I was like, that's a thing?
Mind blown.
It was the coolest thing. And I remember going to Walgreens, because it was like merchandise everywhere for Star Wars. People listening around my age might remember this. They had a candy dispenser thing. It was they had like candy in it, and it was Darth Maul's lightsaber. Like
I remember those.
And on the end, his lightsaber came out, like the little red beams came out. They were really small and kiddish, but it was
like lollipops.
Kinda, yeah. And it was like, a candy / toy of his lightsaber. And I thought it was the coolest thing.
So great.
Because obviously it was not to scale or anything, but I'm like, I'm a little kid. I'm like, this is Darth Maul's lightsaber. I was like, this is the coolest thing. So yes, I am very, very excited for this film.
Stoked,
this TV series.
And if this spawns into a group of series that live in that time frame, where we get to see them explore again Vader further, we get to see them explore even a young Luke and him.
It's crazy that we're going to see a 10-year-old Luke.
Well, I guess they probably wouldn't explore that too much. because they're going to explore that with this series. But Vader, and we see like more about the birth of the First Order, anything like that, that lives in that time frame where we get to see these characters, mythos expanded. I'm ready. Bring it.
I'm down. Yep. I think this we don't have any negative things to say about this trailer.
Not at all. Yeah. And they're calling this the teaser, which means we have a full trailer coming.
That's when they'll show Vader.
I'm expecting that for May the 4th. So I'm expecting the full trailer May the 4th as they're promoting.
I'm just hearing James Earl Jones' voice is like, "Bring me Kenobi."
Dude.
Like
it's gonna be fun. It is,
or
going
we meet
to
again.
Be fun. Yeah,
Kenobi. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be fun, man.
What if he's like their fight? He's like, who has the higher ground now?
Dude. You know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right.
Whatever.
I'm in.
Yeah. I'm trying to calm, breathe in. Yeah,
but I think that wraps up our thoughts on the Obi-Wan trailer.
Yeah, I think that covers us for today. I need to go take a cold shower.
Yeah, down boy.
Yeah, that pretty much covers it for today. Obi-Wan was the highlight for me. Obviously, the DC stuff is a little bit of a downer, but Obi-Wan made it all better.
It's funny too because the day started with Obi-Wan, and then after we got the DC news. But yeah. I think that's maybe why they released the Vader image the next day. They're like, nerds rejoice.
Yeah, nerds rejoice.
Get back up.
Yeah, I just went back and just watched the Obi-Wan teaser a few more times and I was fine.
Oh, Warner Brothers disappointed you again?
Oh, what a shame.
You can count on Disney.
Oh, what a shame.
Did you know that they're exploring a possible Austin Powers sequel, like a fourth?
I did read that.
Like Mike Myers is down, and he said he can neither confirm nor deny they're in talks for a fourth.
That's hilarious.
Dude, I would be so curious to see how that would play out like so many years later, but I will say the Austin Powers trilogy was one of my favorite franchises growing up.
That's such a 90s thing.
Dude.
I wonder how that would play now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, man.
I don't know. It's a different world.
Grooving, baby.
So I don't know.
Yeah. But on that note, Tim, I think that brings our podcast to a close.
Yeah, that wraps us up. Thanks again for coming along for the ride, as always.
Yep, and we'll see you guys next time when we talk about all things comics.